got is butter and chicken? Let's go.
What's up, YouTube family? Before we get too far in the video, hit that subscribe button. Let's go. For this recipe, we're going to start by slicing 2 pounds of chicken thighs into chunks. As you can see, I like a good bite of my chicken thighs, but you could cut it smaller if you desire. After that, I gave them a quick rinse. Now let's move on. To our chicken thighs, we're going to add 1 teaspoon of salt, a half a teaspoon of black salt, a tablespoon of ginger garlic paste, half a teaspoon of green chili paste, a 1/4 cup of plain yogurt, 2 teaspoons of Kashmiri Chilli powder, and let's start mixing this up. Boy, let me tell you, butter chicken is one of my favorite Indian recipes. Can't wait. Next, we're going to give a rough chop on half of a red onion. You could use sweet onions as well, but to me, red onions gives a better flavor. Next, I'm going to roughly chop 8 tomatoes, which is the foundation of our butter chicken sauce. To a pot, I'm going to start heating up 4 tablespoons of cooking oil. After my oil is hot, I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of butter. Come on now, what's butter chicken without butter? Next, I'm going to start cooking the chicken. This step usually takes about 10 to 15 minutes. We're trying to reach an internal temp of 165. Next, we're going to remove our chicken from the pot and put it to the side for later. To the same pot, we're going to start sauteing our onions. Next, we're going to add 2 cardamom pods, 2 bay leaves, and 3 cloves. After about 3 minutes, we're going to add our tomatoes, 1 teaspoon of Kashmiri Chilli powder, 2 teaspoons of Garam Masala, 1 tablespoon of ginger garlic paste, and 2 teaspoons of salt, and start mixing. After mixing for about 1 minute, next add 1 cup of water. We're going to let this simmer for about 15 minutes. After 15 minutes, we're going to add a half a cup of cashews, 1 tablespoon of sugar, and a 1/4 cup of cream. We're going to let that simmer for an additional 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, it's time to turn off the pot and blend up our ingredients. For this process, I'm using a hand blender, but you could use a regular blender or a food processor as well. Next, we're going to strain it. We want a nice, smooth, buttery, silky sauce. To a large pot, we're going to add 2 more tablespoons of butter and add our sauce. After rewarming our sauce, we're going to add our chicken, some more cream, sprinkle some Kasoori Methi. Ooh wee! Alright, let's start making our naan bread. To a measuring cup, we're going to add a 1/4 cup of warm water, a half a tablespoon of sugar, and a pack of instant yeast. Give it a quick mix and let it sit for about 15 minutes. Next, we're going to sift 4 cups of all-purpose flour. To that, we're going to add a tablespoon of salt, 2.5 tablespoons of sugar, and give it a quick mix. Next, we're going to add a cup of warm milk, our yeast mixture, a half a cup of plain yogurt, and a tablespoon of olive oil, and start kneading your dough. This process usually takes about 10 minutes. We want a nice smooth dough. Next, add a half a tablespoon of olive oil to your dough. Next, cover your dough and let it sit until double in size. After double in size, deflate your dough and cut it into 16 pieces. This gives you a perfect 4-inch naan. Next, I'm going to roll my dough, cover it up, and let it sit for another 15 minutes. After 15 minutes, we're going to start rolling our dough. We're going to roll our dough to a 1/4 inch thickness. Next, we're going to place our dough in a heated cast iron pan. When you see it start to bubble like this, it's time to flip it. Lastly, after you flip it, go ahead and brush it with some garlic butter. Whoa. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and always remember, where there is a will, there is a way. Peace.